called the Group of Death, and so far it's living up to that fact. Of course, we've got a big juggernaut match. Portugal, France, world champions against the Euro champions. Who's going to come out on top? We'll take a little look next. That's right, folks, back once again with another 5-minute preview. Looking forward to Portugal against France over in Group F, aka the Group of Death. And we'll get to that in just one second. If you do, smash your subscribe button, keep you bang up to date with all things Euro 2020 related, Blackburn Rovers related. Woo! Football related, we're going to know here. Under one Rooskies, that's right, of course. What a better way to end the group stages. That's right, Portugal against France, locking horns over in the Puskás Arena. We'll take a look at that in a minute. Big shout out to the VRPs. They are the patrons. Thank you for continued support. And if you are new, check out the link down below in the description. Of course, all the other bits and pieces are in there. 5-minute preview. Let's get into it then. 23rd of June, the Puskás Arena over in Hungary. It is Portugal, Euro champions at the moment, up against France, world champions, as of course they lock horns to see who comes out with the smiles. Of course, it is, I think, was it Portugal on 3 points, France on 4. Very, very tight. Fernando Santos is your governor for Portugal. Currently, they qualified as Group B runners-up back in the day. 17th of November 2019 was the date. They've been at the Euros 7 times in the past, and they're currently ranked 5th in the world according to FIFA. This is it for them right here, right now. They could go out. They could tumble out. The Euro champions are on the back burner here. They need a point or more, I think, to secure the bloody deal. Greatest start for Portugal, of course, coming in since after that 3-0 win against Hungary, of course, getting their asses handed to them on a plate, though, by the Germans. Of course, last round with a 4-2 deficit. Leaves them on 3 points. Got it all to do as we edge closer to those illustrious knockout stages. Recap the 26-man squad so far. Okay, going forward, scoring goals, 5 goals scored. Not a bad return from 2 games, but leaky defence, of course, conceded 4 in the last game. They do have an okay goal difference when you look at the grand scheme of things, but ultimately they need to patch up the defence. This is my starting lineup for this one against the French. Patricio between sticks, Herrero, Ruben Dias, Pepe and Semedo. There was some controversial, a lot of complaints on the old YouTube about the back line. Carvalho, Pereira, Fernandes make up a 3-man midfield with Diego Jota, Silva starting for me, and Ronaldo up top. It is a little bit cautious, but it is the French, and of course, if you don't play defensive, you could go out. A draw should do for both of these two sides. It might not end up as top of the group, but though 4 points should be enough, and of course, they'll go through in the end. How about the French then? Didier Deschamps is your governor, of course, qualified as Group H winners. Secured the date back on the 14th of November 2019. They've been in the Euros 9 times in the past. Currently ranked number 2 in the world for La France. Of course, they've just got this one right here right now. Still could get knocked out as well with the 4 points. Have they got 4 points? No, they've got 4 points. I don't see them tumbling out. I think the French will come through in the end, even if they lose this game. If they lose this one, the Portuguese will be on. What would they be on? They'll be on 6 points, and of course the Germans could be on. They could also be on 6 points, but they'll get top. It is so tight. This is the resume right here and now. A point in the last game and a win against Germany as well. So okay, not too bad. Perhaps that point against Hungary was a bit of a letdown, but anyway, of course we might see some changes on this one. I've gone with I've pulled Benzema, pulled in Giroud. We'll have a look at my squad in a minute, but I think that's the major change for me. And of course we like to see some maybe rotation, but they cannot guarantee it just yet. Lloris between the sticks, Digny at the back there. We got Pavel at the right, Kimpembe and Varane make up your back four, Kanté, Rabiot and Pogba as well, with Mbappe, Giroud and Griezmann up top. Benzema out for me. Of course, they played each other since 1984, 8 times, 6 wins for La France, 1 win for Portugal, and 1 draw. The biggest win, or the only win for Portugal, was a 1-0 win. Meanwhile, the French coming in there with the biggest win for them was just a 1-0 win as well. They come into this picking up 10 goals over the last 8 games between the two sides. 1 goal, 1.25 goals a game ratio. On the flip side, just 5 goals scored for Portugal with a 0.63 goals a game ratio whenever they play France. The French 92% form at the moment, 5 wins at the past 6 games. Of course, that draw against Hungary was a bit of a letdown. On the flip side, Portugal come into 67% form, picking up 1 defeat at the past 6 as well. A couple of draws in there as well. The last time they played was back in 2020. It was the Nations League. France won 1-0. The last time Portugal won was, of course, the Euro 2016 final. It was a 1-0 win as well to see Portugal through to the knockout stages. Of course, the group looks like this, and again, a draw all over the place will have everybody, the top 3, go through, I would say. Of course, Portugal, Germany, all on 4 points. France as well with 5 points. So that a draw all around gets them all through. Of course, Hungary will go home, which we all anticipate anyway, but we'll have to wait and see about that. Did put a vote out there. 136 of you were on the cusps of that. 127 gone with Portugal, 57 gone with France, and 16% have gone with the draw. Gone with on this, we'll take it in a minute. The bookies odds 3-1 for Portugal, 5-4 is your France, and 9-5 is your draw. Also, a quick look at the odds for the trophy. France are still favourites, 7-2, with Portugal 9-1, 6 favourites. But for me, I think the French will come out on this one, top of the pops, 2-0 win, which will put them, 7.7 possible, 9. They'll go through as group winners and, of course, put themselves nicely poised in the old knockout stages. Let me know your thoughts and opinions about this one. Portugal would also go through, I think, with 4 points in the bag. Do they have 4 points? Or would they only have 3? They would only have 3. They play the waiting game. Whoa, whoa, wee, whoa. Yes, indeed. It could be a bit of a nervy encounter for Portugal to see who goes through in the end. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down below. Of course, we look forward to this one. Of course, we look forward to the round of 16. Contensive coverage over here. Match previews, match reviews. The watch-alongs will be back as well when they enter the knockout stages. But until then, I'll see you soon for the next one. Until then, I'm out!